so good. Sorry, I took one. I saw them. I'm like, I gotta.
This is the first time I've ever had it, so.
It's good. It's the first couple of cups. They say it's the world's strongest coffee. It really is. It really is.
Doesn't seem like it. This is dark roast, too.
The first couple of cups. What? 2 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, I should get some sleep. I'm not tired, though. Yeah.
I'm going to work on a car. You're not even a mechanic. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
YouTube, start. Get back the next morning. What the fuck? I gave you a Ford Gremlin. You built me a DeLorean.
I was going to say, you come back and somehow I have a moped, a full moped built out of the parts that you have. It's like, how when?
Can I ride it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll work, but.
God damn it. Why do I got to ride on the back? This hog gets 70 miles to the gallon. I walk into the basement. Where did you get that? Turn your parts into a bike.
Straight up.
Straight up.
I can get 70 miles to the gallon with this hog.
You know, I plan on selling those. And just when I think you couldn't have done anything stupider, you totally redeemed yourself.
You go and pull something like this.
You go and pull something like this.
And totally redeem yourself. Still want to go to Aspen? Yeah, buddy.
Going up the hill. Trying to fucking push it forward.
That is my all-time favorite movie.
Yeah, it's definitely up there on the top of the one of the just of all the greats.
That is. Yeah, so that's what would happen with Death Wish Coffee, huh?
Yep.
No. So you're basically telling me I would live out one of my all-time, maybe my all-time favorite movie. Mm-hmm. Looks like I've switched brands, folks.
I'm just saying.
No more yuppie Starbucks for me.
I'm just saying. I'm not even going to ask. I got to go, man. I got to pee.
Just go, man. Oh, it sure is warm.
Got a little bit nipply coming on with pass.
Isn't this incredible? What more could two single guys ask for? How about some grub? I swallowed a June bug on the way up. I'm not really hungry. I'm not going to do this whole episode so you can fucking quoting Dumb and Dumber.
You know what we should do? We should find Mary Swans. If I know as well as I think I do, she'll invite us in for tea and strumpets.
So that's 2 episodes in a row we start off with talking about coffee. I'm going to just rebrand this thing fucking Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk. What was that? Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I was saying, with I hate Boston accents.
With
no offense, Boston.
With Mike Myers and who was it? And Saturday Night Live, and they played like women. It's like, I'm getting verklempt.
Not Dina Carvey.
I don't know. No. I can't remember who it was, but
Chris Farley.
I can't remember who it was.
Oh,
was it Norm Macdonald? No, it wasn't Norm Macdonald.
No, it wasn't Norm Macdonald.
I can't even picture their face. I just remembered Coffee Talk. Which is really a good name for a podcast.
It really
but
is.
You can't use it because of Saturday Night
Live. He has Steve Carell? No. What's the dude who's got a TV show? A late night show with not Jay Leno, not Conan O'Brien, not Steve Colbert.
Jimmy Kimmel, but he wasn't on. He wasn't on. Saturday Night Live. Not a regular host, or not a regular cast member. He might have been
not Jimmy Kimmel, the other one.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, maybe it might have been Jimmy Fallon. Now that I think about it,
I don't know. Could easily. I mean, there's a computer and 2 phones here. We could easily look it up and either of us saw her.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh, boys, look what I got. Hey, where are the white women at? It's another classic.
Oh, my God. See this? Yeah?
Steady as a whatever lake.
Steady as a something.
Yeah. This is my shooting hand.
This is my shooting hand. I like that. Oh, I wouldn't do that. He looks like every finger. What the fuck?
Why? Another good one. Oh, yeah, Coffee Talk. Look it up.
Mine must be broken. Works fine for me, sir. Fucking
Coffee Talk.
Mel Brooks.
Damn it. You said Mel Brooks instead of Coffee Talk. Look up Mel Brooks.
Oh, apparently your phone thinks we're the same person.
Let's see. Coffee Talk, SNL. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. This would be the perfect time to go get some coffee, bottle of water, BJ.
Coffee Talk, it was that was Madonna. Mike Myers. It was just Mike Myers, I guess. Well, that explains why we can't figure out the other person. But they had Roseanne on it. And they had Madonna. I remember the one with Madonna.
He did he was the host and he had a guest star,
when they'd all dress the same, like those really gaudy Long Island. Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s.
That was that was the 90s.
Yep.
That was like 92 to 95, 96. Around there. They're in that whole cast. Like really the second big cast, like the late 80s.
Second big wave.
Yeah, late 80s into the mid-late 90s. And they all left and...
There's been a good, like...
I haven't watched it since probably 2001.
No, there's been a good there's been a good amount of people that have come out of it. Like Pete Davidson, he's good.
Not even
Andy Samberg, he came out of it.
Recent years?
I want to say since the last good wave of characters out of Saturday Night Live.
What years were those?
2000 and now.
Oh, geez, yeah, this is like a 20-some year period. And
there's been a good handful of characters come out of it.
Isn't that sad that, like, in the early 80s, you had Belushi and Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase and Bill Murray. Never
mind. Go ahead. Bill Murray, yeah.
You had this huge cast that came out of there, and then it was really kind of deadish for a few years, but then it built right back up. And maybe
Adam
this
Sandler,
is
Farley, Spade,
and then
Carvey was also during the
Dana Carvey. Yep. It was during the second wave of them.
Yep. Mike Myers, of course.
And then they all went into Hollywood, which good for them. They deserve it.
Oh hell yeah!
But maybe it's just because I don't watch it anymore. Nothing really has stood out. I mean, Kenan Thompson. From Kenan and Kel.
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah, he made it
Used
there.
to be on Snick.
Yeah.
It was all that.
Sketch comedy. Yeah, it was all that. It was a kid's version of sketch comedy.
Yep, it was the kid's version of Saturday Night Live.
So,
but that's the thing. Like Kenan Thompson's been on it for a long time now.
Is he still on it?
Yeah, he's a writer for the most part.
Is he?
He acts in skits, but for the most part, he's like a writer.
That was like the only name I really.
Andy Samberg, of course. You know who that is.
No, not by name. Maybe by face.
You ever seen the movie That's My Boy?
No.
With Adam Sandler and Vanilla Ice?
No. I've watched Adam Sandler movies and probably... When he started pumping them out like every 6 months...
Factory where the assembly line movies?
It was basically becoming not even a cash grab. It was just like, hey, let's go on a vacation somewhere. And him and his buddies would go, which, don't get me wrong, like, if I had that ability, it's like, dude, let's fucking make a movie. Well, I got a 8-picture contract with Netflix, so it doesn't fucking have to be Big Daddy awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and all props to him. He definitely deserves it. He's been in the game a long time. But it just really hasn't, I really haven't, like, nothing's caught my eye.
What was his first? I think it was,
his first big one?
No, his first movie ever was like...
Oh, God, I don't know.
Some cheesy movie where he was like a boat deckhand or something like that.
Maybe.
On a cruise ship.
Like, what was Jim Carrey's... I think his first big movie was Earth Girls Are Easy in the 80s with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
And, there's a third one. I can't remember. But Adam Sandler... I think Jim Carrey's first movie or first role was called Rubberface way back. Oh. Makes sense. I just watched with my daughter Sonic 2.
Oh,
like right before
it came movie, over. Right?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but they did the movie well. As well, and Jim Carrey did a good role in it.
Oh, I was wrong.
Who? Oh, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Early in his career, he was born in 1966. Early in his career in 1987, Sandler played Theo Huxtable's friend, Smitty, on The Cosby Show.
Yeah, but that's a show. We're talking about movies. You gotta look up what movies he was in.
Adam Sandler filmography.
All I can picture is him with a fucking spinny hat on from Saturday Night Live. It's like that.
Going Overboard, 1989.
All right.
That was the one. He plays like a deckhand on a cruise ship.
Right.
Going Overboard. And then 91, Shakes the Clown.
I've never heard of this.
Well, that's... Wait a minute. The Do-Over on Netflix is a movie he did.
Mm-hmm.
Shecky Moskowitz is the name he plays.
Isn't that where they like fake kill themselves off to get?
Yeah. In the movie Going Overboard, he plays the character Shecky Moskowitz. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the funds guy, the money guy, of one of the characters in the Do-Over. Shecky Moskowitz, I think. Don't quote me on that. But he's not Adam Sandler. It's played by some Southern dad.
Yeah, but you know how many like
name drops? Yeah,
that happens in so many movies nowadays. Like where there's just little subtle hints to old projects, different actors or whatever.
He was in Coneheads.
Was he?
Carmine Wiener.
Was he the love interest to the daughter or something like that?
No, that was Chris Farley.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shit, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're sitting on the floor doing the headband.
Yeah, that's What the hell role did he play then?
Carmine Wiener. What the fuck? Played by Adam. Okay, hold on. Adam Sandler in Coneheads.
So what character he played?
It says Carmine Wiener. That's not him, though. That was... The picture they're showing, that was fucking Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd, yeah. Good old... Hey, but the internet never lies, right?
Oh.
What?
Apparently, I forgot the scene.
Oh, it was Sinbad. Sinbad's in it too? Oh, no.
He did something in the restaurant. But yeah, what was I going with this? Oh, shit, I lost it. Adam Sandler filmography. Go back to that. Filmography. Come on. What the fuck? There we go. Coneheads. Airheads, he played Pip the Drummer. Mixed Nuts, he played Louis Cabshaw. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Bulletproof?
That was with...
the Wayans brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was Marlon.
The Wedding Singer. Dirty Work, he played Satan.
Dirty Work? I have Dirty Work.
I don't remember that movie.
That's with Norm Macdonald, and it was Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang, and Chris Farley was also in it. It's like when the one scene when they're at the bar, like it's like probably one of the most famous scenes from the movie. It was one of those not underground, but like the B-side comedies of that era of SNL movies that came out. And they're at the bar, and Norm Macdonald is talking to Artie. And they go, well, at least you didn't get your nose bit off by a Filipino hooker. And they look down, and Chris Farley looks around. He's got the half prosthetic nose. He goes, you bastard! I'm kidding. I saw you down there. Okay. And then the bar fight breaks out, and he goes, looks like there's going to be a brawl. He's like, better choose the right track. He goes, B? And he goes, what did he say? He goes, you gotta choose a good track. So, hell yeah! Street fighting, man! B7! You just press B8. If you like pina colada. And they start fucking battling all the...
I do remember that movie now.
Yeah, that's one that a lot of people don't talk about. It's kind of criminal, because it was a good movie. It was hilarious. It wasn't, like... awesome like some of the other comedies that came out, but it was funny. Like it was pretty funny for what it was.
Classic niche comedy.
Yeah.
I remember.
And Norm Macdonald's, like his dry delivery and everything, I thought it was fantastic. He's one of those comedians. You either like this guy sucks or you love him. Like,
well, it's like Anthony Jeselnik. You don't know who that is, do you?
No.
He's a comedian. Very monotone, very steady in his speech. So when he's sitting there telling you the joke, here's the punchline, and that's a funny comedy joke at the end of it.
You know how many?
What the fuck?
You know how?
Oh, there was a joke in there.
You know how many people do that now? Like it's a regular thing. It's hard to get a lot of original comedians now because a lot of them take kind of the same idea. Phil Anselmo said it with musicians, so it's kind of a parallel. Where he, in an interview, like this is probably 15 years ago, he goes, the problem with a lot of bands now is these guys take their favorite 2 bands and they emulate them. And he goes, when I was coming up, we took our favorite 10 bands and emulated them. So there was a much wider variety of styles that just morphed into this one thing, where now you don't get that. Kind of probably the same thing of new comedians. They just take 1 or 2 artists and like, yeah, I like really what they do. Yeah, and then they emulate that, so they don't get that wide, colorful variety of something. And then you get a whole bunch of people that kind of do the Norm Macdonald thing or the Dane Cook thing, where they're just all over the fucking stage, like Robin Williams, who's like crazy and just one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and he's drenched in sweat by the end of the show. And you know, George Carlin, who he mostly, his shtick turned into just talking about life things that are going on and how stupid people are getting. It started off as more punchline stuff, and then
like Lewis Black,
and then I don't really watch a lot of Lewis Black, and
he's all about the delivery. Like a lot of his jokes, like
he was
because the guy will start yelling, and this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
and people are like, oh.
Well, he was political satire, and he would really, especially back in the Bush era, he would talk about shit that was going on in politics, and then he would basically resonate everyone else's frustration through his mouth. And be like, and talk about like when Cheney and shit, Cheney was taking millions of dollars from oil money when he left the oil business and he went into being the vice president, which you're not supposed to do. And then suddenly, they're friends with Big Oil, and he'd say shit like, this happens, is anybody fucking home?
Where's that comedian now? Where's Lewis Black now when we fucking need him the most? He still talks about shit. They do a lot of live. I get notifications on Facebook when they do stand-ups. They don't stream the show until the end. They'll do a segment where he basically reads what people write in, like letters expressing their frustration, and then he'll read it, through his delivery, and then like sometimes he'll get a laugh out of what they're saying, because some people that write shit in, they're great writers, because it's like he'll go on this rant and he'll laugh as he's going on the rant talking about it. So he does that, and they live stream anytime he goes on tour. Like that'll pop up, but nice. I don't know if he's come out with any specials or anything like that. I haven't really caught up. He's probably doing what we do. I'm just gonna sit back and let this one play out. I ain't even got to make the jokes; it's doing itself.
Pretty much. Speaking of jokes doing themselves, did you see the last thing with Biden? The one where he was done. He basically got lost on stage. That was like the last thing that happened a couple days ago.
Oh, when he's up on stage. I haven't seen it, but I've heard something about it.
I saw the video of it.
He was wandering?
Yeah, he walked over to the side of the stage, and then they're like, Mr. President, and then he just stops, and instead of walking back to the center, he just stops and looks. But he walked so far over that the camera actually had to adjust because he was way over to the side of the stage. Like, man, this guy is just he's not there. There's no way he's there.
Well, I saw a TikTok video the other day of a news reporter. What do you think when people say
that was all coffee grounds? Delicious.
That's the shit.
I'm gonna be up for days now.
Now, do whatever you do not bust a nut in a girl for the next 6 months.
Oh, no.
You will have super children.
What? Heroes or villains? What will they use their powers for? I better wash it down.
6 minutes, 9 minutes later. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be 9 months. Super sperm.
Just cause genetic freaks. I'm an adult. Ugh. What? That was a weird... the lifespan of a newt.
No, but oh yeah,
what that was.
They asked the reporter asked, what do you think about people asking, people say, are you capable?
I did see that.
Yeah.
he
watch me.
He goes, he's like, people are talking about if you are mentally sharp. What do you have to say to that? He goes, how sharp is your mental capability or something? He goes, oh, it's sharp.
No. That's not the one hold on. Maybe I thought
it's the same interview. It was 60 minutes. It was a 60 minutes interview.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, hold on. Let me, because this one, what he said really made me laugh. I was like,
once you look at that, adding on to this whole spiel, this is what we do, like a weekly, let's roast Biden for a couple minutes.
Oh, I'm a walrus.
There was also, they had this is like a week or so ago.
Oh, it's not available anymore.
Of course it's not. Yeah. They had a party going on. They were celebrating the Inflation Reduction Act that they signed. Mm-hmm. And it was being streamed. I don't know if it was CNN or MSN. It was one of those. They were streaming it. As they were streaming it, in the bottom, you could see it went down like 1,500 points. Like, yeah, we're reducing inflation. As the stock market's just fucking crumbling. I'm like...
well, yeah, you're reducing inflation. Everybody's going broke because nothing's working, so they have to sell it dirt cheap.
You couldn't fucking like write that any better. I'm like, and as you're watching it, just like the numbers drop and drop and drop. It's like, well, that's kind of bearish. They're up there like having like, yeah, look how great we're doing. Like, is this reality? Like, this is something like the Max Headwell project there.
Thanks, remember back? I'd keep it short during the summer.
This is like, remember the Max Headwell thing, back in like '87 or something, and I think it was Chicago. It's this infamous thing when the airwaves got taken over by this, it got hacked.
Yes,
and the plastic Max Headwell mask that was on.
Yes,
and they were holding signs that was all fucking like distorted and shit.
I do remember reading about it.
It's kind of like, and then all of a sudden it cuts, and then like he's got his pants down. Some woman like with a mask is slapping him on the ass. And then it just cuts back to the news. Like, what the fuck just happened? It's kind of like what just happened with the whole party and watching the stock market crash. Like someone hacked it, but it wasn't. Again, what's the fucking janitor's name there? The mailman just walks by.
What do we name him?
I don't know, Ron or what? Carl. Carl. It was Carl.
Carl the janitor.
Yeah, he walks by. He's like, you guys should probably stream something else on the bottom of the screen. What do you mean?
In case you guys were wondering,
damn it,
what's on the bottom of the screen? Carl, go back to cleaning the office.
Again, it's like, damn it, he's a racist. He knows.
Okay. But that ain't none of my business.
So it's the 24th today.
Yes, it is.
Did you hear anything over in the last week? I've heard it all over. The 24th is a big date. It was mentioned like in politics. It was mentioned, I don't know if it was the Senate or something to that effect. But like the 24th is going to be a date that's going to be remembered or synonymous for a long time. And then a lot of people, I think something was said in passing to that effect. And then all in the week after that, leading up to today, there were just tons of theories of what that mean. Does it mean a nuclear war with Ukraine and Russia? Which that's been floating around too, because Putin made some shit. He's like basically threatening nuclear war now with Ukraine. Whether that's like the big fat boy or like big warheads, dropping them like those megatons, or just actual small nuclear strikes, which they can do. So that's being threatened. So people are saying, is it a nuclear threat? Is it a solar flare? Did they predict a solar flare is going to hit, which would be catastrophic for the world? It would put us back in the Stone Age and bye-bye show. Or is it going to be...
We're going to lose the show? Well, I'm going out on a bang.
Oh, damn it.
Charlie, nothing happened. Maybe not for you.
Not yet. So there's a whole bunch of speculations. I heard stock market crash. I actually heard stock market crash for yesterday, which it did dip 500 points.
Jesus Christ.
added on to the 1,500 last week.
I'd love to hear the left or Biden explain that one. We had no inflation for the month of July. The stock market only dropped 500 points. It dropped 1,500 yesterday. It only dropped 500 today. It didn't drop more.
That's 2,000. You realize that's 2,000. No. It was 500 today. So the 1,500, it's not as much. That's actually a 1,000 point plus differential between the two. So we're in the positive, everybody. That's how Bidenomics works.
But we're still 2,000 low. Listen, racist, will you stop trying to impose your beliefs on me?
2 plus 2 equals 5.
People. Oh, lock my car.
All of them out of Martha's Vineyard?
They're going to drive to Pennsylvania Avenue.
And maybe they'll get hired.
Yes! This shit writes itself.
It really does.
It really does.
So, yeah. But here we are. This is what? 8:30, 9 o'clock.
I had nothing yet.
Haven't seen a thing. Nothing to report anyway. And that's the last time I checked the news is about 7 o'clock.
You get swatted. Watch.
We don't do this live.
Doesn't matter.
That's true.
I'm just going to get ready in case something comes in that door.
It's a diversion. Whoa, we got the wrong place. Oh, good job.
All right, back to the show, guys. We haven't left yet.
That's the quickest swatting I've ever seen.
That's actually, you know what? I apologize, Brucey, because I know you watch these every week, and now you get the mental image of me pretending to pull my pants down.
No, he's going to cherish that one.
Nothing but love, Brucey.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it.
On a positive note.
It gets more positive than me showing my ass.
Well, Biden said the pandemic's over.
Yay! That is more positive.
Which I wonder if that was a slip, because now the question is all right, do we get rid of the military mandates? Like no longer any more vaccine mandates for jobs? Is that all gone now?
Well, the last I knew, actually, I'm surprised you haven't heard anything about this. I've been hearing over the social media platforms, I want to say over the last few weeks, I've been seeing little sprinkles, little seasonings of it. Those were lifted. I want to say very recently.
See, I heard this last week that they're still releasing people in the military who refused. Or no, it wasn't the military. That was still in the medical profession. That's what it was. I wasn't in the military. So maybe in the military they have released it?
Well, I mean, maybe not so much maybe not everywhere, but I've been hearing of like warehouse workers.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking strictly military.
Yeah, strictly military, medical. I haven't heard much about that, but I have been hearing like warehouse workers, grocery workers, farming, all that stuff, et cetera, et cetera. More of a plethora of the majority has been lifted. Excuse me, sorry.
What's this?
Yep.
We got what is it, something or other?
Up the road.
Yeah.
From JB.
JB.
Johnny Boy.
Oh yeah.
JB, y'all. Will you two stop touching tips? Get the fuck up here. No.
Yeah, so he said the pandemic's over.
Yeah.
Which, again, going by what Biden says, was that a slip-up? Was that something he just kind of said tongue-in-cheek? Is it really over? Was it really a thing? And now people are playing a lot, going pandemic-wise, back to Fauci, when we brought up that he was relinquishing his power, I guess, come this December. People are playing video clips side by side of Fauci now saying, it's like, I never said we should shut down the thing. Like, and then right next to it, they play the thing of him verbatim saying, if you want to end this pandemic, I'm paraphrasing, so we probably should shut down the nation. It's like, you did say it right here 2 years ago.
You know what? I don't think, and this is just me thinking on like a PR level. That was a slip, but it was a slip from Joe Biden, our president,
right?
Who now has gone on to say what a lot of people have wanted him to say, primarily the left. We just want to hear him say it's over. This way we know he did what he could do for us, and he finally got us there. He got us there.
Plus, midterms are next month, just over a month away, November 8th.
What's better PR than being the guy to say,
I ended the pandemic.
The pandemic is over because of what I did for this country.
Yeah.
That's he's trying to pull every ace out of the fucking hole. Every ace he's got in the hole.
Right.
But it's kind of hard to pull an ace out of the hole when this is aces, deuces, wilds, and he's got a fucking joker.
He is I can't even... Yeah, I guess he is a joker. I get a lot of laughs out of him. A lot of things that happen or he says. And
yep.
Yeah, so... stock prices for Moderna...
Oh, yeah.
And
I did hear something about this.
J&J and what's the other one? Pfizer.
Moderna.
They all dropped. I think Moderna and J&J, they dropped 8 or 13% or one way or the other.
Enough to make some CEO's butthole go whoop.
Pfizer, well, here's the thing. Pfizer's dropped only like 1.5 or 2%, which is still significant enough, especially for the numbers they were pulling in over the last year and a half. The thing is this 60 Minutes interview was recorded 5 days before it aired. So then the question is did they record it and then the people like Pelosi make her stock moves? You remember they had people following her and those channels got banned, Twitter accounts and everything. It's like, what are her stock moves? And we don't do insider trading. So it was 5 days before, and then they came out and said it, and then their stocks dropped. So did that give them enough time to sell off things?
Oh, fuck yeah.
And then, not saying that's what happened, but maybe.
See, that's the beautiful thing about the government. They've got all the control on who to investigate and how far to follow the paper trail, because they can sit there and say, well, we followed the paper trail and we only got this far, so this doesn't tie anything to Nancy Pelosi or any other fucking political office holding person, politician. But
I'm not saying inside jobs happen. Not really saying.
I'm not fucking sugarcoating it either. These motherfuckers are dealing.
It's not like... Speaking of inside job, it's not like on September 11th, 2001, we had, September 10th, the day before that happened, Secretary Rumsfeld came out with I don't know, it was an announcement or some brief. It was a briefing where they said $2.3 trillion had gone missing from the federal, I believe it's the Federal Reserve. Gone missing. Okay, here we go. The day later, where those transactions and everything take place in the Twin Towers, get hit by 2 planes. Okay, a few years after that, I think it was like 2004 or 2007, they had an estimate of what the cost would be in Afghanistan for that war. You know what the estimate was? 2.3 went missing. The estimate was $2.4 trillion. Again, doesn't necessarily mean inside things go on. Just sometimes things look a little shady, that's all. Just strictly pointing out things I notice or millions of other people notice. I guess he's also signing a bill that's going to make... He's also signing a bill that's going to make... A couple of bills. One, he's talking about dark money. Basically, which this one I'm actually, for once, or in a rare thing, every now and again this happens, I'm actually right on board with it. He wants to sign a bill to make dark money in politics basically not a thing anymore, which would be businesses giving money to political affiliates during campaigns, because right now a business is considered a private entity, or basically one single person, so they can give as much money as they want, which is kind of counterproductive, because now this business, say Pfizer, when big Big Pharma is huge on both political parties and giving lots of money to them both. No wonder why they get things pushed through. This is from Reuters. President Joe Biden on Tuesday made a plea for Congress to pass a bill that would require super PACs and certain other groups to disclose donors who contribute $10,000 or more during an election cycle, a measure doomed to fail due to lack of Republican support. There's too much money that flows in the shadows to influence our elections, Biden said. He said that, I'm like, you're fucking dead on. He's like, yes. Jesse Ventura said it best, and I think I brought it up before. I've told you, and I'd probably mentioned it on the show. Ventura said years ago, he said, I think politicians should all wear suits like NASCAR racers, where they have all their sponsors all over their suits and their cars, so you know exactly where the fucking money's coming from and who actually benefits from them getting in office. I'm like, absolutely. Because then you could be, whatever bullshit they spew out during their campaign trail, you could look at their suit and be like, I don't like the fact that you're pushing this guy, or I don't like the fact that this is, this guy's funding you, or this business, or whatever it is.
Or better yet, make running as a candidate a self-invested process.
It said, noting that advocacy groups can run advertisements supporting or attacking a candidate right up until election day without disclosing who paid for it. And again, I think it's like spot on. It'll never pass because I honestly really don't think that either side would go for that.
No,
because that's a lot of money.
And I think that's a sad attempt. I agree with it. I like the idea of it. But
trying to swing center and really classic libertarian. I think mostly their votes.
I think that to me is a look. I'm trying to do the right thing so you guys see all the cards in our hand. But that, what's it called? There's a fucking term for it. Where you want to look like you're doing something.
Bait and switch?
No. Hold on, let me explain. Maybe you could.
Sleight of hand?
Not a sleight of hand. Crying wolf.
Okay.
No, that's not good either.
What?
He's sitting there, look, I'm going to show the American people I want to fight for something that they should deserve to know, right. Even though I know it's not going to happen, especially because neither my party nor their party wants it to happen.
American politics. Yeah, that's dead on.
No, I think like, it's hard to fucking come up. It's hard to think of it.
Oh, words.
Yeah, this one's escaping me. No, it's like I'm going to pick a platform. I'm going to pick a point to push and try to, get people behind me that they deserve, they feel they agree with me, even though I know it'll never happen.
All right.
But at least the people will see I'm trying to do something for them. Because up to this point, let's be honest, this administration hasn't done much more than really, they dug us into a hole. And at first, it was like an upside-down triangle. There's a chance we could have gotten out of it, because the sides look like this. For those of you at home. The sides look like this. But over the years that this current administration has had their fun with, they've done this to the walls. Where now there's no getting back up.
Been used a little bit, huh?
Oh, yeah. It got gaped.
A little bit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, with everything going, I don't know. I can't think of the fucking word for it, but you know what I mean. Folks at home know what the fuck I'm talking about. They're trying to, they're throwing darts at a board blankly and saying, look, we're still playing. We're trying to win. We're trying to hit that bullseye to get you what you want. I don't fucking know. Stupid. Fucking people.
There was also, I heard kind of rumblings too going on with things he's trying to sign. He's also he wants to push a bill, or he signed legislation to make a bill making it more difficult to overturn election results.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, there was that, but there was one other thing too that kind of had to do with that. And for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. But the one to overturn election results, I thought was interesting. I'm like, why? You won fairly, and
hold on. First and foremost, you won fairly.
That's what I mean. Like, everyone says you won fairly, so why do you need? Why? And nothing's been overturned. We're about 2 years in. Like, why do we need to sign a bill suddenly to make it more difficult? Like, how much more difficult does it have to be? And what are you trying to protect, or seemingly maybe trying to protect?
His possible re-election in 2024?
Or it's like, man, this is purely speculation, or just basically playing out scenario. Or let's just go bizarro world. Man, we cheated that well in the last one. What else could we do? Think we could get 100,000 votes? We got 330 million votes. There's only 320 million in the States. Oh, that was one thing. They wanted to make it so it was legal for non-citizens, which I think we brought up, but we're getting closer to pushing that, make non-citizens able to vote, which I think after this Martha's Vineyard thing, that might not go as well as they thought.
And here's the best part. I would love to get my hands on every fact that has to go with him pushing the legislation to get the bill passed, and I'd love to see the bill. I'd love to see the bill so I could read through it word for word to try to dissect it to find, because, and hear me out, let's say Biden runs 2024. Good old Trump said he plans on running again in 2024 if he gets nominated as a candidate.
Well, if they don't get him on anything, which that's still up in the air. It's like, is this a stretch? Are they?
Oh, they're fucking dragging this up because they're looking for something.
Are they stretching, looking for like?
Let's say for all argument's sake,
they got nothing. Okay,
they got nothing. Free and clear. He decides to run.
That would be like the 4th time they've tried to come after him for something, and 2 impeachments and the Russiagate, and he's just like Matrix dodging every bullet they shoot. Like, nope.
But that's what I'm saying.
Nope.
You fired. No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but then watch. Landslide. Trump's looking at winning it. Bro, no. Yeah, he won the presidency. Trump's president in 2024. No, we want to overturn that. You signed it. No, look, right here. It says, except Joe Biden can. You guys didn't read that part. That means I can overturn this. I'm the president.
Yeah. Emergency powers. We're in a war. So now we have to postpone the election.
Yep.
I suppose that could
Even if it's not Trump. Let's say DeSantis. Ooh, president 2024.
They're trying to make him out to be worse than Trump. Which I don't understand. You fucking made Trump out to be the devil. Like, how are you going to push DeSantis as worse than Trump?
I'm not.
They said that him pushing immigrants up to Martha's Vineyard in D.C. he's engaging in human trafficking.
Oh, I remember that part. Yeah, but that's not human trafficking. No.
I know it's not, but that's what he's human trafficking. He's worse than Trump. He's probably a bigger fascist and racist. Because that's what one of their go-to terms is racist. If you don't agree with me, then you obviously are a racist. So
here's the thing then, in regards to that. Your house has 4 bedrooms. 10 people come to live here that all need their own rooms. You can only fit 4 in. What do you do with the other 6? You send them to a place.
Basement.
You send them to a place.
Shoes.
That has the necessary means to facilitate those other 6 people. So if in Florida, that's where the immigrants came from, right? That went to Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah. Because they came. DC was Texas, but
so Florida. Well, every shelter, every facility we have is full. Let's send them somewhere that has some resources.
Plus, like I said, they're not a sanctuary state. Neither is Texas.
Yeah, but that's human fucking trafficking. You fucking oh my God. Stupid people. Also, it's human trafficking. I can't believe you send people that need help up to us. That's human trafficking. I'm going to human traffic my fucking foot right into their fucking... I hope they go home and masturbate with a steak knife.
And maybe they'll get hired. If again, like I said, everyone always breaks down to.
I don't wish ill will on anybody, nor am I making a threat on anybody's health, life, or safety. I just wish they would do something stupid enough to go, oh fuck, I need to learn how to live.
Do that just for the sheer fact, so we can have that to talk about. In the next episode.
Please.
So that thing you said. They always throw out the racist card, right? It's like, well, you're racist because you don't agree with me. Here's one that would be really a wrench in those gears. Well, it'll be what do they call them? Redbone or Uncle Tom or something like that. Candace Owens now has said she's thinking about or really considering running for office. I don't know what office, but one, I'm like, that's awesome because she's so well spoken. Two, God, she's gorgeous.
She is.
She's gorgeous. I love Candace Owens. I love me some Candace. But she's thinking about running for office. I'm like, fuck yes.
I would definitely give her my support. My vote.
I support you.
All.
Keep sending me letters and pictures. I don't even know this guy. Mister, I don't even know you.
Charles Kirk, Ben Shapiro, and Candace Owens. Please run for president. What if that was all only 3 choices? How great would that be?
Was it Shapiro and... I don't know.
Kirk, Shapiro, and Owens. Left, right, and let's say liberal.
Oh, she's...
I know they're all right, but...
Yeah.
Or conservative, whatever. But...
We'll put...
We're only going to get better!
We'll put... Let's try... All right. Left, right, and center. As much center as we can get. It would probably be... Bernie Sanders would be the left. Old Bernie Sanders, before he sold out with his book. Then put maybe right would be Ron or Rand Paul, one or the other.
Okay.
And center. What's a wild card? Even if
Gore.
Not in politics. Fuck. Are you kidding me? Every fucking year it'd be like the planet is gonna drown. Global warming.
Pig.
Global warming.
Excelsior. That's fucking South Park. Remember that shit?
Man, bear, pig. That's right.
I'm totally ethereal, guys. I'm super ethereal.
It would be. He's been clamoring about global warming since like 1989, and how in 10 it's always been 10 years. 10 years before, the sea levels are going to rise and Florida's going to be underwater. This is fucking like 35 years ago that they are. Well, you got to tell banks that because they're still giving out loans to build all these multi-million-dollar condos on the beaches and shit. They must have forgotten, didn't get the memo for the last 40 fucking years. It's like, do you really think those places are going to give out those kind of loans and give out this kind of money to these places? Like, well, you know, in 10 years, you just fucking lose it all. Yeah, fuck it, here you go.
We got insurance on it, we're good.
I don't think, and plus, like Obama with his beachfront property, and how many fucking movie stars and everything with their beachfront properties in LA and everything else. Do you really think that they're gonna all be like, yeah, global warming, it's a real thing, and they're talking about it and on their fucking new iPhone or whatever the shit, but in the background, the beach is like the shore and the tide's coming in and everything. Like, shouldn't you fucking be moving then? I don't
always see it on TV.
But then again,
the magazines.
They're out in Cali where the ground moves. There's constant wildfires, so maybe they're just fucking crazy anyway.
Celebrities that want sympathy.
Nothing. Yeah.
All the government does is bitch and moan about the red wave. Right?
I guess technically that's what we do too on the show.
I
don't know about,
but you see, we're not making millions, so it's okay and it's funny.
That's true. During Trump's last speech, he had a flag with black stars.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
It means a surrender. And a lot of people are interpreting that as claiming the FBI is no longer an entity. And they basically are surrendering their power. Or he's claiming that they should surrender their power. It came somewhere along the lines of, if they come looking for either info on January 6th, like, you should just completely ignore them. Something to that effect. This is what people have stated it means. What it actually meant, I don't know. But I'm like, that's I don't know if that's a stretch. But the fact that he had the American flag up there of black stars, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, let's see if that stands for anything on time. Let's see really quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
Coffee talk. I'll give you a topic. And the word scent, as in smell, is the S silent or is the C silent? Discuss. U.S. flag, black stars.
Red and black, blue, green and white, black and gray, purple.
Red and white stripes, blue background, but black stars. Or no stars. Which one are you looking up?
It's weird.
Get off the
What
hub.
did you suggest?
Either.
What was what you wanted the word? Because the way I worded it was, what does the American flag with black stars mean?
I'll just look it up. Yeah. U.S. flag, no stars. American flag, no stars. Oh, 50 star, da. All right. What in the hell? No stars but stripes. Ironic comment, United States, national security divided. All right. A nation whose society is divided about its political leadership. Clearly. It was the Continental Navy in which raised the colors of the flag as the ensign of a fledgling nation in the American War of Independence on June 14, 1777. The Second Continental Congress passed the flag resolution, which stated that the flag of the 13 United States in 13 stripes alternate red and white, and the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field. So this is before our Betsy Ross stars and stripes with the 13 stars. See, that's the one with no stars. National symbol had to be reinvented and stitched together by Betsy Ross. Yeah, this is just... See, that doesn't really say. So we'll do black stars.
This is one I'm looking at right now, this article.
Yeah. That's black American flag. That's not what I'm looking at either.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing really... There's solid black American flag.
That means no prisoners. No quarters for prisoners. It means you're not going to live, you're going to die.
Civil War? I tell you what, the more shit that happens, the more it almost becomes a reality, and that's the direction we're going. Which, there's, like I said before, there's some people said we're already in a civil war. It's not fought the same way. Yeah. Like we mentioned before, it's all on social media, and there's such a huge divide. We're basically in a civil war, just different as now it's neighbor and neighbor. Because, I mean, one, that was kind of a setup from the last 20 years. How many people actually, we said, know their neighbors? Not a lot. You don't know them like you used to back in the day. Even when we were kids, when you knew your neighbors, you'd go next door, knock on the door. Hey, can Jimmy come out and play?
Yeah.
Like, does that happen so much anymore? Not really. Now you have play dates. What the fuck is a play date? I didn't know that. Play date was like, what's today's date? Let's go out and play.
Yeah.
Like, that's what a play date was. Not like
play date back
Saturday
on our day was
for an hour. We'll meet you at this place and we'll have a date and then you just sit there awkwardly with parents you don't fucking know.
A play date back in our day was, let's go down to the local park and play. Oh, these kids showed up. I know them from my class. Then these kids showed up. Oh, I know them from this class. Oh, they're in my brother's class. And you all end up playing together.
Right.
A play date back in our day was a random gathering of kids that happened to know each other unintentionally meeting up at the same place to play at the same facility. Nowadays, like you said, hey Barbara, how you doing, Karen? So our kid is in class together. Yeah. Our kids are in class together. Yes, that's correct. I was thinking 6 months and 2 weeks from yesterday. Take about 8 weeks back. Add about a month. We should go to the park and play.
I already have a play date that day. All right, we'll try again next year.
Sorry, no
That's
friends.
Basically what it is.
Then they go home. Sorry, no friends for you. Thanks, Mom. I'm glad you're a Karen.
It's really it's really fucking sad.
Why are you
gonna help me?
Why are you trying to mansplain your childhood to me? I'm just saying I like being your kid. Stop telling me how to live my life.
Yeah, so
everything wrong with me is your fault.
But I think that kind of contributes to the divide we have. Like, even like our fucking children, we can't. Everything's got to be rigid, and nothing can just be like as it is. And because you don't know your fucking neighbors, just kind of rewinding all the way back.
Yep. That's why when I take my little man, out, we go to the park like that. Kids playing in the park, gotta play with them. Well, what if they're mean to me? Fucking punch them back.
Well, you'll figure it out. What if? What if they're not? You won't know until you go. Speaking of divide, North Dakota man admits to killing a teen who he called a Republican extremist.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah.
I didn't read the articles or the details yet, but his bail was set at $50,000. Yeah, you sent me that photo. Kyle Rittenhouse. Proof of self-defense. Bail set at $2 million. This guy, out of somebody pulling on the tampon string in his asshole, decides, I'm going to kill this teenager because he's an extreme Republican.
He said it was a MAGA extremist or something like. Well, I'll just read it. It says, a North Dakota man this is from the Washington Times. So, a North Dakota man had admitted to hitting and killing with his car a teen who he said was associated with a Republican extremist group. Shannon Brandt, 41, called 911 around 2:30 a.m. Sunday to report that he fatally struck 18-year-old Kyler Ellingson in an alleyway and with his car after the two had a political dispute at a street festival in McHenry, according to the court documents cited in a forum. Ellingson was taken to a nearby hospital where he died from his injuries, according to the affidavit cited by townhall.com. Mr. Brandt has been charged with vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of a deadly accident per townhall.com. What the fucking... he was released Tuesday after posting a $50,000 bond during the 911 call. He told dispatchers that Ellingson was a part of a Republican extremist group, which I guess has come out now that there's no actual definitive evidence he was.
Yeah.
And accused the teen of calling people to come confront Mr. Brandt after their argument. Prosecutors claim Ellingson had called his mother to tell her to come rescue him because Mr. Brandt was chasing the teen through the streets, according to the Inform. Authorities said that Mr. Brandt was drunk when he hit and killed Ellingson with his SUV. So, a DWI, vehicular manslaughter, homicide, and he's out on $50,000 bail. Or bond, whatever. And like you said, and then there's Rittenhouse, which was a huge fucking thing last spring.
That got drugged through the fucking media.
He was in solitary confinement for defending himself.
It was shoved down our throats.
They had a shit show, which is really entertaining, but a shit show of a trial. Who the prosecutor was horrible. And yeah, he had it's $2 million bail.
Mm-hmm.
And then this. Here's the thing. With this attack, was it a couple weeks ago now? With Biden's Victor Sopot, Republican extremists. If the roles were reversed, and that was Trump up there a few years back saying the left extremists, and then a leftist was killed by a Republican, wouldn't they peg Trump as inciting violence?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because isn't that their main thing with January 6th? Even though there's nothing like he didn't.
God. The guy was drunk and he attacked somebody based on their political beliefs. Now, regardless of left, right, red, blue, centers, who the fuck cares? I hope that guy walks with a fucking limp after he gets fucking just taken to Pound Town.
I wonder
by a whole cell block.
I wonder what's actually going to happen with him, though.
He should be tried and convicted of murder.
I'm sure he will, but do you think they're going to kind of sweep it under the rug?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Be really quiet what actually happens, and you're going to have to go to basically like the sources I listen to or watch or read anyway. It's going to be on ground.news or something like that, or Epoch Times or whatever. It's going to be something I have to actually look for. It's not going to be on CNN, especially if he's convicted and thrown in prison. They're not going to fucking talk about it.
No.
Or it'll be in like this page 6 of,
it won't. You won't see it in a fucking physical newspaper. You will not see that in a physical newspaper. I'll put money on it.
I probably wouldn't take that bet. I mean, bet against it anyway. Yeah.
Go back to all the mass shootings. All the seriously tragic events that took place, whether it was a shooting, car running over people, whatever the case may be, all you heard during the BLM movement and all that stuff, and Antifa and the left doing what they were doing with the riots and stuff, all you heard was in the news, race-based, white versus black.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was black versus white, or black versus any other color, all of it was
the holiday fucking parade thing. The guy in the SUV that was like, and this thing happened anyway. Moving on.
Yep.
Where it wasn't week after week, day in, day out, pushed. Because he's right wing. Like, you didn't hear any of that.
And the worst part is, like you said in the article, he may be associated with right-wing affiliates, with right affiliates.
The article I read was put out before. I just read today because we do these shows, I'll look to see if there's any updates. And from the department that's actually handling the case, they said there's no evidence that he's linked to any kind of extremist group.
But this guy killed him because he felt he was a MAGA right.
Right. Correct. Yeah. But again, highly doubt anyway, there'll be any repercussions on Biden saying, well, he incited violence because it was up there. And like you said, this is a very us versus them speech a couple weeks back. And then stuff like this happens.
Dude, in fact, you know what's going to fucking happen?
Added on to the Democrat nominee in, was it Vegas, that beheaded the fucking journalist?
Yeah.
He was like saying shit he didn't like and didn't get him elected.
You know what's going to happen? Biden's going to hire him to be his limo driver. Driver, take us down to the MAGA gathering. I want to see my people. Didn't realize there was this many speed bumps.
Since when did they put dirt roads in D.C.?
And I've driven in D.C. There's no dirt roads. Well, I don't know specifically, but I was on.
Well, D.C.'s small, so I mean, what does it take? About 45 minutes to go from one end through the other, north to south?
Yeah, with no traffic.
Yeah. Well, when I went through it was probably about 2 a.m, so it was pretty quick. One of the other bills.
Went in pretty quick, huh?
Yeah. In and out. Got a place to go, bye. I'll call you.
Hey, so about that thing we were going to do.
DC, I'll call you.
About that thing we were going to do tomorrow, I just remembered I got something. I'll email you.
Yeah, I'll fax you.
I got to buy a fax machine if that's the case.
Damn it, I don't even know what that is. Added on to the bills that Biden was signing, President Biden on Friday signed a bill that will eliminate the statute of limitations for people who were sexually abused as minors to file civil claims, which is interesting. He's pulling this off.
Wait. Say that again, please.
It will eliminate the statute of limitations for people who were sexually abused as minors to file civil claims, meaning you don't...
Pause.
Okay.
Didn't they lift the statute of limitations on everything like a couple years ago?
Apparently not.
Where a 13-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 7-year-old who was raped or molested or assaulted at 37 years old can file suit and have their offender arrested?
Well, let me go through this. So, the Eliminating Limits to Justice for Child Sex Abuse Victims Act was passed by the House by voice vote on Tuesday after passing the Senate by unanimous consent in March. The bill eliminates time constraints for survivors to file civil claims related to sex abuse crimes against minors, including forced labor, sex trafficking, sexual abuse, and sexual exploitation of children. Previously, minors who survived such abuse were able to file federal claims until they reached the age of 28, or until a decade after the violation or injury was discovered. No federal statute of limitations was in place for criminal claims regarding child sex abuse. Yeah. So that might have been something they had mentioned or talked about and just wasn't through. But now, here's what someone brought up, which I'm like, that's interesting. What's that mean for Epstein Island?
I'm sure that there were no victims on Epstein Island. And if there were victims, they're probably not victims. They wanted to be there to audition for future celebrity roles and actions and movies and political offices that they are now in, that they didn't do anything. They just went, they weren't assaulted. They went there to visit Uncle Jeff, and he, made gestures, but nothing ever happened. And the fact that they're a billionaire today and also our current president doesn't mean anything. Yes.
I got hairy legs.
Biden was a victim of Epstein Island.
Jeez Louise. Oh, speaking of that.
Whatever I just said sparked something.
This is more recent too. Did you see that thing where Biden's on stage talking and some woman out in the crowd says something and Biden goes, that girl, that woman helped me out a lot and my whatever it was, he goes, I was 30 and she was 12 and she helped me out through whatever. Let me see if I can find the video.
Speak amongst yourselves. Coffee talk. Number one.
I found the article.
Okay.
I went through the first part of it. I'll go through it again. This President Joe Biden surprised viewers Friday when pausing his speech to acknowledge a woman in the crowd he said he knew when she was 12. Quote, "You got to say hi to me," Biden said during a speech at the National Education Association headquarters in Washington. Quote, "We go way back. She was 12. I was 30. But anyway, this woman helped me get an awful lot done." Biden did not acknowledge how he knew the woman or what she did to help him, but the remark caught viewers off guard. The pause occurred during Biden's rebuttal to House Republicans' Committee of America campaign platform that was rolled out Friday, in which Biden criticized House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, who announced the platform at a speech in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So going back to Epstein Island and him signing the statute of limitation thing, maybe that 12-year-old or at one time 12-year-old would be able to come out and actually say what he meant. I don't remember where we were before that. That's fucking happened a lot today.
Oh, it's all good. No, well, I mean, good. Honestly, that's a positive thing because there's a lot of people that I could tell you, you hear about it, it's criminal drama shows, all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of people that, even in the real world, there's a lot of people that suffer for years and never get, I guess, that.
The question is it's interesting move. So if things did truly happen at Epstein Island, like, why the fuck would you make it? It's like, well, they can all come out and just say whatever now.
But where's the proof?
I guess
the burden of proof is all on the accuser.
And I suppose there has been people that have come out and said it.
I'm sure this Epstein Island topic didn't just poof out of thin air. I'm sure people over the years have been saying stuff.
It's been quiet and hush hush for a long time, but Alex Jones being one of the first. Really, he was talking about 20 years ago or so, or more than that. And like in the last few years, it's really come out to be more or less public knowledge now. Yeah, Epstein Island, and I mean, look at Ghislaine Maxwell, 20 years for trafficking children to nobody, or women to nobody anyway. And that's a lot of people want to know that list.
Yeah, the list will never.
Who's on the fucking
The list will never see.
Interesting. Matt Walsh, the What Is a Woman documentary.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
this is from the Daily Wire. Host Matt Walsh uncovered shocking details about Vanderbilt University Medical Center's so-called gender-affirming care. Says the video and archive web pages from the medical center details a doctor's promotion for the, quote, big money maker, transgender therapies and surgeries, and apparent threats against medical professions who dare object for religious reasons. Quote, there's a lot of money. VUMC Clinic for Transgender Health's Dr. Sanye Sabold Taylor said at one medical grand rounds lecture. The video reveals these surgeries make a lot of money. Taylor noted that a chest reconstruction can bring in $40,000 per patient, and someone just on routine hormone treatment who I'm only seeing a few times a year can bring in several $1,000s and actually makes money for the hospital. Citing the Philadelphia Center for Transgender Surgery, Taylor said, vaginoplasty surgeries can generate $20,000, gushing that it has. That's what that it, quote, has to be.
Wow, they didn't choose that wording properly or what, huh?
It has to be an underestimate. Since hospitals stay, anesthesia, post-op visits, and other add-ons are not included in the total. Quote, and the female to male bottom surgeries, these are huge money makers. The doctor continued, adding that such surgeries could bring in, quote, up to $100,000 for the hospital. Some clinics are entirely supported financially by such phalloplasty surgeries, Taylor boasted.
Boy, I bet that causes one hell of a gash in someone's wallet.
But
their meat
this
wallet.
article, what that shows...
Sorry.
My change purse, it's gone. Must have been the surgery I got. It's a double entendre.
My coin purse.
Yeah.
My coin purse.
Yeah. So that raises a lot of questions, though, with all these hospitals being like, "Oh no, it's there's something to like these gender affirming things. Like it's completely safe what we're doing, and no, not, especially." The hormone blockers and everything they're doing. Mm-hmm. But right here, when this hospital is coming out and saying that, they get a lot of money from this shit, who the fuck didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
And you've gone to a hospital just to get a checkup and they bill you and it's like $600 fucking dollars. Like, I was there 15 minutes. In 16 of those 15 minutes, I was waiting.
Yeah. 16 of those 15 minutes. That makes sense. That's hospital talk.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think I sent you the TikTok video. Did you watch that TikTok video of the Matt Walsh interview with the gay politician?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if I've watched it from you or I might have seen it.
There was a Matt Walsh interview where he's talking to the first outwardly gay politician. I forgot who it was and where it was.
Is this for his What Is a Woman?
I think it was for the What Is a Woman documentary. His question was that and the guy and the interview, thank you for being here. He says, yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Very happy to answer these questions. Matt Walsh goes, so you're the first outwardly gay politician in this office position? He goes, yes. And he's sitting there like, he goes, so, people have questions, if you don't mind, I want to read one of them off. Or he says something, people have comments, people have been asked questions, they want to know, like, what do you, how do you feel about certain things? He goes, what would you say to a woman who says, with all the, identifying, et cetera, they want to go to the bathroom in private where they don't want to have to worry about seeing a penis or other penises. Is
that the one where he just stands up? He's like, I think this interview's over.
I don't think he stands up in the video I saw. He goes, his face goes like, I think this. You hear in the background a woman goes, "This interview's over." He goes, "Yeah, I think we're done with it." He goes, "Well, I didn't say anything that you got."
I was just asking a question, and then I think maybe he rattles off another question as they're walking. Yeah, I did. I don't know if you sent it to me, but I did see that video.
I was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
And here's the worst part. These interviews are so. I saw that TikTok video, and it got me thinking. I'm like, you know what? I'm not a fucking politician. By no means am I in a fucking a position of power or office or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I'm not fucking stupid either. If I want to fucking pitch an angle and you want to interview me, okay, Charlie, I want you to sit on the show. I want to ask you about your, all this stuff about video games. Okay.
And they pre-screen.
They pre-screen.
Yeah.
These fucking people fucking know better. They know all the questions. And the minute you ask a question you're not supposed to.
I don't know if they know all the questions, but they do know the subject matter of what. Yeah.
Well, no. This is something I looked into. With
I know Biden knows. Like when they have those big presidential or vice president or people in cabinet, when they do those, like the major politicians, they know every question that's coming after them, especially in debates. They know every question that's coming after.
Yeah.
Like when they do these interviews and stuff like that, I don't know if they know every question, but I'm pretty sure they do pre-screen subject matter and what's coming. So,
but this is where I looked into it and I'm like, that lady you heard in the background, she was the screener. She was the one who, no, you said the wrong thing.
She's like panicking. Isn't it in the question?
She's the one who sits down with his people and says, okay, these are what you want to talk about. You can't talk about, this is what you presented to us you want to talk to this guy about. You can't talk about this, or this. You cannot ask questions in any way, shape, or form in regards to this, or this. Mm-hmm. It's a negotiation back and forth kind of thing. And when the two parties agree on what's good and what's bad, then it goes forward. If not, it doesn't fucking happen. There's no fucking way that governor or the congressman, he was a congressman. There's no fucking way that congressman or that fucking screening bitch in the background, her fucking name was probably Karen Johnson. There's no fucking way that Karen Johnson in the fucking background didn't know that fucking question was coming.
Or Matt Walsh threw a curveball just to get the reaction that they got for his documentary. Or that is also a possibility.
But
either way, you got that reaction.
I thought the same thing too. But upon further investigation, because so all this shit we talk about, all this shit that's going on, you notice a lot of the angles I'm coming at with a lot of this stuff lately. It's, well, this is the back alley shit, the way to look at it. This is the snake way to look at it. This is the fucking right way. This is the wrong way. This is the fucking legal way. This is the illegal way. This is the backdoor policy. This is the butt policy. All that kind of shit. You've been giving me the headlines. I've been looking at the ways they get this shit done. I've been like, all right, well, how did they come to this point? What did they say? What did they do? Who discussed it? How did they get themselves involved? How did they get that fucking far? These people, there's actually legal teams that get involved with this shit. That curveball could have cost Matt Walsh millions.
Fair enough, yeah.
That curveball could have kiboshed the whole fucking documentary. Because, like I said, these things have to be agreed upon. They go through all this shit just to get to that point. And he got the reaction he wanted. But it was also something they should have seen coming.
Aren't journalists protected by...
Yes and no. Yes and no. There is a freedom of journalism, or whatever it is, the Journalism Protection Act, or whatever it is.
I think it's the First Amendment.
But... So you as a journalist walks up to this congressman on the street and says, hey, what happened on that Matt Walsh interview? Why did you get all scared and upset and walk out of the interview? Mm-hmm. He can't call the cops on you.
Right.
He can't have what you're recording stricken down because you are under that protection.
Well, plus you're in a public area. Like you can't kick someone out of a public area. You can't.
If you meet and agreed upon, all of this stuff comes into factor. The location, the fact that if you had gone to him and said, hey, I want to ask you about this interview with Matt Walsh, now you have to sit down with that screening lady. Now you have to have your legal team contact their legal team. And now you get that far, you can ask him questions about the Matt Walsh interview and his reaction. But you're never going to get to that point.
Not now.
Exactly. Because they are protecting their ass to protect their self-image. Their political image. Not self-image, their political image. It's fucking sad.
It's fucking business.
But that's just it. Yeah. It's sad, but it's fucking business. Sorry, didn't mean to go
again, well, no, it's fine. To clarify, but because that one, for the reaction was an 8-second clip?
Yeah.
10 seconds with the question, because that's out there now, like that just makes him look bad.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There is a group called Gays Against Grooming. They had their Twitter strucken down. This is a few weeks ago.
Of course they did.
It was reinstated, but I heard about the group. I'm like, wait a minute, they're what?
Wait, hold on. Their name is what?
Yeah. Their name is Gays Against Grooming.
GAG.
Which, yeah. So the acronym is GAG. Now, either that is the biggest fucking coincidence in the history of fucking coincidences.
I'm waiting for.
Or they knew exactly what they were doing.
It's like I'm gonna get the Christmas present I always wanted under the tree opposites. Sorry.
So their name is Gag. Beyond their name,
I want to talk to Gag. I want to gag.
Beyond their name, this is like a group of gays that are standing up for people that are grooming all these kids and making them look bad.
Okay. Which I can fully support then.
But Twitter struck their Twitter profile down or deleted it. And then again, I think reinstated it a day later. Again, I was going to bring this up last week or whenever it was, but I was going to bring it up because it was taken down. But then right before our show, a day before, it was reinstated. I'm like, all right, so they reinstated it. But then, as I put it in the notes, I'm looking. It's like Gays Against Grooming. It's like, why are they fucking called Gag? Like they had to have known. That was purposeful. Come on, it's fantastic.
We got to figure out a name for our group.
But the fact that their name is Gag.
Hey, Gays Against Grooming.
Shush.
Gag.
No, that's a really good idea, though.
No.
Well, it could have been.
You know what, though? And you know what Twitter was thinking. Once again, Carl the janitor was walking by. We got to strike down this group. They're gays against grooming children. We need the children of America to think the way we want. Just saying, not a good idea. You're attacking the gay community.
No, I think Gag. I was like, no, that's great.
No. When he walked by, what's a good name for our Twitter page? You guys are gays, right? Yeah. Just dump this mop bucket. You guys are against the grooming of young children, aren't you? Yeah. You should gag on that.
He didn't. Not even that. He's like, Gag. Gays Against Grooming. That's a South Park thing. Gays Against Grooming. I love it. Like a Randy Marsh thing. That's something you would come up with.
And then Carl's like, I got to go to my job over at Twitter and clean those halls. We're going to cancel their Twitter account. I wouldn't do that. For once, somebody listened to Carl.
We got talking about this is just going to raise up a shitstorm. You know it. He's racist. He knows.
Sorry.
I got talking about today that book that you brought up last week again. That one the TikTok video you said, and I paused it and was reading off the thing. Introducing kids to sexualization.
Oh yeah, fucking Christ.
That's still fucking it's baffling. Baffling.
Hey boy, go get me a glass of water.
And again, it's.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Dad, you have the door wide open.
It's just normalizing it. It's just normalizing. I still think there's no other way around it.
Let me ask you this, and this might be a little extreme. Please be honest with me. If it seems a little extreme, just strike it right down, say something, whatever you got to do. What is the difference between encouraging adults to perform intimacies in front of their children, what's the difference between that, excuse me, and what Maxwell Sheffield did? What was her name?
Elaine Maxwell.
Elaine Maxwell. Sorry. I don't know where the Sheffield came from. Elaine Maxwell. What's the difference between what they're trying to encourage parents to do to their children and what she did to the children that she brought to the island?
I think what it is Ghislaine. Well, again, Ghislaine Maxwell got tried for trafficking women, not kids. Kids is the rumor that's floating around. Because there's a bunch of emails and shit, which I think I've read on the show before months ago.
$10,000 hot dog party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's speculation. The trafficking women, that's real. To answer, just going on speculation, though, the difference is that book, what it does is, one, it normalizes doing sexual acts in front of children, but it also puts it on the parents and not an outside entity. So it's not outside the house. It's not like your creepy neighbor or the guy up the street or anything like that. Now it's inside the house. And like with the pedo flag and all these movements, that's just one other aspect of normalizing, well, we can't help the way we feel, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So the difference is one, you have basically kidnapping, drugging, and turning into sex slave. The movie Taken with Liam Neeson. You have that. But then you have, well, this is normal, and this is what we do, which, again, to me, is just making it normal for a kid to be exposed to that and be around it and be like, oh, this is it.
But here's the problem with that. You can't show your genitals to fucking children.
I understand that.
But they want parents, so the book within itself is telling these parents to commit crimes.
But the way it's being portrayed is this is an educational piece. This is teaching.
They pulled those fucking. Remember the STD pictures and videos we saw in high school during first health class and shit like that? They pulled that shit because it was pornographic from schools, teaching them the high schoolers.
Well, look at the book Genderqueer. That has descriptive acts sexual acts in the book, and that's in libraries.
They took fucking genital images out of books. The cartoon pictures, the animated, the drawn, the biology books that show the anatomy. They removed the genitals and.
Did they?
If you look, you will not see in the biology books. I've seen pictures of them now.
Like from this school?
I don't know about this school, but there are schools that are removing those images where they show like the plain. You know, like when you walk into the doctor's office, you see that book of the picture of the guy on the wall. You know, he's shirtless.
Yeah.
You see skin, bones, long
muscle, and
in the biology books they used to show like the bottom half too.
Right.
You don't see them anymore.
You'd see like the breasts of women. You'd see the flaccid penis.
Gone.
Really?
Yep. Look it up.
No shit.
They are pulling those. A lot of places have pulled those out of the books.
That's fucking mixed messages. Like.
But so we can't show.
But sexual is.
We can't fucking show a 12th grader in biology class a picture of a woman's breasts and what they look like anatomically correct. But thank God, his mom and uncle decided to show him how they made his cousin brother.
You know, but on the same token. If you said, "Oh, I let my kid watch Pornhub," let him watch the hub, and he figured it out.
You going to fucking jail?
I don't know about jail, but you will definitely be shunned.
Oh,
why would you let him watch that? But at least they don't fucking.
It's either them or he watches me do it, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to watch 2 seconds of sex and 20 minutes of crying. So I'm gonna let him watch the hub.
Do they have to watch the aftermath where I cry myself to sleep?
For those of you at home, I don't cry for 20 minutes after I ejaculate.
Like 18,
I usually get on Brawlhalla with him.
He gets pissed off and goes to sleep.
I get pissed off, then cry. Elden Ring sigh.
Did you see the thing? Is that before or after the initiation?
Both?
During.
Oh, fuck.
You see I got the thing up for the Illinois Safety Act. The one that is basically getting rid of cash bails for different.
Oh yeah.
High. What do they call it?
High degree. Crimes.
Well,
so like murder, basically what that is saying is,
it's not murderers. That's one.
If you go in, I rob you at gunpoint. I get arrested, I get detained, I get processed, and I get released on bond.
For some forcible felonies, such as second-degree murder, kidnapping, suspects will be released without
bail,
having detention hearing because of the way the new law defines flight risk. That's what it is, flight risk, they call it. It's a very high burden, and you have to show that they're actually in the process of contemplating it, and you cannot use, they have not showed up in court in the past on other cases. That's not even a factor. This is a quote. Tom DeVore, Republican candidate for Attorney General. Proving high likelihood of flight is a red herring. It's almost never going to happen. Which I think what they're trying to do is free up jails or free up prisons, so they're not constantly just inflexing people in. And it's like, well, maybe you should get rid of non-violent criminals. The shit of like, I don't know, possession of marijuana. You got too much weed on you, get in jail. Like, why don't you fucking get rid of that? Cheap labor, though. Kamala Harris. That's what she kept them all in there for. It's cheap labor. But before that, I was going to say, there wasn't much on that. It was just the Safety Act. It's like, you fucking, like, it's like, we don't really need it. But then, not Illinois. Then you got the guy that runs over the kid and with his fucking truck. Like $50,000, good enough.
Well, if he was in Illinois, he wouldn't have to worry about being detained at all.
Biden had claimed to beat pharma. I think this is a different speech, not his Victor Sopat speech. This is what's forever going to be known as in my head anyway. Victor Sopat from Red Faction 2 on PlayStation 2 way back then. He was talking about, he's like, well, I beat pharma because what they did was it was a couple of
pharma.
It was pretty much. There was a couple of drugs that he got Big Pharma to basically release patents of to make it widely available, but it was drugs that were fucking. It wasn't like the COVID vaccine or anything of that nature. It was small ones that were basically
Tylenol and Benadryl.
Yeah, it was like basically bullshit things. You're like, all right, well, we'll say this, and then Biden go, look, I beat Big Pharma. They're doing this. It's like two small drugs. That way, they don't take a big hit in the stock market. They don't take hits in their interest.
How about chemo?
And seriously. And Biden now has some bragging rights to go before, the midterm propping up his party, but right before midterm elections. One of the biggest, maybe you have to fact check this, but maybe the biggest benefactor from Big Pharma is Biden. So him saying he beat Big Pharma would be kind of counterproductive for him if he actually did. Like, say, the COVID vaccine, because it works so well, which that's the whole thing where it's like, well, I guess no, it doesn't. They're now, with the COVID vaccine, I guess now there's studies coming out with Moderna's that says now it looks like the efficacy of the vaccine actually drops off way sooner than they thought, like within weeks of getting it and not months. So you get it, you're like, I'm good. And 2.5 weeks later, you're fucking back down to, it's got about 13% efficacy. Yeah. But anyway, it works. It's great. And they didn't release that like we stated months ago. And it's like, well, if it's so great, why don't you fucking drop the patent so it's readily available for everybody in the world and cheaply made instead of banking billions of dollars and not giving it to poor countries, much like, Martha's Vineyard. Not them. Not so much them.
No, we needed that money to go to Ukraine. I mean,
fucking
their light bills for those dance parties during this time of war that they're suffering through. Oh,
that was, I mentioned that at the beginning of the show, is Putin, his nuclear threats on Ukraine. And he, this past week, mobilized like another 40 or 80,000, I think it was 40,000 troops to the, like, shit's getting ready to pop off. And there's a lot of people that are saying, like, like, it really is starting to look like there's going to be some kind of shit. And there's more and more countries taking sides now. It's like, this is like kind of how World War I started. Really, World War I, World War II, because that kind of was one big war, the same. Yeah. It just kind of dwindled off in the middle and just re-sparked it, It's kind of the same thing that's happening right now over there.
Yeah.
But hey, we got Brawlhalla.
We do have Brawlhalla.
You getting on?
Yeah, I'm getting on.
I'll get on for a little bit.
I'm going to get on that B.
Start sighing a little bit and be like, fuck this game. One of us will just be like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Fucking piece of a shit equipment, game coders.
Piece of shit game.